Okay, hello, what's up? New computer, new speakers. I don't know how this is going to translate, if my voice is going to be all right or not. I don't know. I've been testing, going back and forth. But hey, it's a different computer, different speakers. I'm not used to them. It's a lot of bass in these speakers. I'm not sure if the volume is up or not. I know that my audio input capture is almost in the red, sometimes teasing into the red. But with that said, I'm just going to get right into it now. This is me having to defend Lauren Boebert to an extent. So here's the thing. Let's just go a little bit by little bit. Republican, okay. Defending Donald Trump, okay, do what you want to do. I don't agree with it, but like literally it's a free country. I could be annoyed and frustrated, but I can't call her a horrible person because of that. I can call her a horrible person for her own actions and whatnot. And when it comes to everything she's done, people miss the big picture because I guess it might reflect upon them somewhat or expose the political business a little bit. It's hard to say. So here's the thing. Lauren Boebert is a Republican. She works with Donald Trump, or at least parades him around or whatnot. And at the same time, she decides that she is going to go into the movie theater with her boyfriend and, well, not movie theater, but the theatre, I guess, watch Beetlejuice. And, hey, sexual escapades ensued. Now, her vaping and whatnot, that was a no-no. You don't have to add that there was a pregnant woman. But the fact that there is a pregnant woman, I don't think she knew about her. But if she was given the chance to know that there was someone pregnant nearby, they might have stopped. They might have. But the fact that there were kids in there, I can say it should have been an obligation that they don't do it. That's how I see it. In fact, vaping isn't good for anybody, but that's just, health stuff. So the fact that she didn't even want to cater to human decency, that makes her a bad person. Not in general, just she doesn't have any empathy or any sympathy. So I would get to where I have to defend her, but it's going to be a stretch. It's going to be a stretch because I'm not trying to just dump on somebody completely. What people are missing is that, okay, she was doing some stuff with her boyfriend. That shouldn't be a part of anything. Nobody around noticed except the one filming and maybe others that was up there on the balcony. All right. But was it bothering anybody else? No, it wasn't. That shouldn't even be a part of it. And that's not even what she got thrown out for. So if anyone is frustrated with her or using that the idea of her being so flirtatious and whatnot with her boyfriend at the time, no, you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. Numerous millions of people, even ones listening or would-be listeners, I'm pretty sure you've gone to movie theaters. And I'm pretty sure if you go with a date, you do a little fooling around. And if you are the type to say, well, yeah, but we didn't get caught on camera. Okay, you're a dunce. I'm just calling it flat out. You're an idiot. Because that's not right. You can't say, well, yeah, but we didn't get caught, so we're not like her. See, you're a criminal waiting for a moment to happen because you're thinking about getting caught. So that's just blanket right there. So let's move past that, because that part, the groping and whatnot, I was like, wow, the way he's fondling her, like she got a nice rack on her. I was like, wow. Okay, fine. Let's move past that. So then you get to the next stage. Okay, they got to boot her out. The vaping, being noisy, causing a ruckus. Okay. People legitimately did not hear the bullhorn when she's basically saying, I'm an important person. Do you know who I am? Raising the finger, flipping them off. I don't care about that. Flipping somebody off, it's annoying. It's, it's disrespectful. And I can see that getting on somebody's nerves, But I'll just say this: if someone flips you off or curses at you and you don't really care, fine. I don't care. Fine, move on. But if you have to make yourself upset, that's when you're in error. If you have to make yourself like, oh, you flip me off, I don't care. Wait, you know what? No, you don't do that to me. No, it's too late. It's too late. Just say you don't care. Move on. Don't give them the power then, right? But she's saying basically, do you know who I am? You know who I am? That kind of rhetoric, that kind of stuff. Not saying that's exactly what she said, but to say something like that, she's got power. She knows she's got power, and she's trying to flaunt it, and she's trying to intimidate with it. That's not good. That's the bad part. But flipping somebody off, y'all gotta chill, all right? And besides, where I'm from, if you flip somebody off and you do it and it's not the style of flipping somebody off, then you look stupid and weak and they can't take you serious. But if you do it in style, then they take you serious. So that's how that is. Now, okay, Boebert. I'm going to defend you here. I'm going to actually defend you. So look, anyone that made it this far, because normally only want people to give my shows 30 seconds to a minute, but I'm going to defend her. Okay. Listening to social media, listening to progressive media, they call Boebert a bad mother because of what her son is doing. He got someone pregnant and he was 17 or 18. That doesn't make her a bad mother. There's no rational way that makes her a bad mother. Her son was caught. He's got an answer for it. Stealing, bullying, harassing, thieving to the nth degree. Not just thieving and stealing, just downright robbery. I want to say the other R word, but no, because that's what it is. That's what it originally means, to steal something, to R somebody of their money, of their dignity or whatnot. It meant to steal. That's what he did. That doesn't make her a bad mother. That's where you're wrong. That's got nothing to do with Boebert. It's got nothing to do. Well, okay, no. It may have something to do, but not like you think. I'll get to it. So then now what they're saying is, well, he got a woman pregnant and filmed it, but she was underage. So was he. So are we going to criminalize the female for being with an underage guy when he was underage at the time? He's like some months older than her, maybe a year, and they're in high school. I mean, you know how ludicrous that's what you call overregulation. It's ludicrous to even say that. It's not about taking someone serious. It's about correcting their mistake and hoping that they can learn from it. Because this is what you put out in the ether. This is what you put out there in the public square. This is what you do. So you can't judge her based on what he's doing with somebody else. That's just not right. That's literally, you cannot say Trump was such a horrible president, we don't like Biden. That don't make sense. That don't. The McVeigh family, oh, wow, the children are horrible, but, that means the parents were horrible too. You can't, you don't know. You don't know what somebody's going through. Some people are just horrible people. They really are. Her kid, that's a horrible person. She's a bad person. He's a horrible person. And the father's a nightmare. Now, here's the thing. If you're a parent or you're a kid, if you're a parent, you've certainly been somebody's kid. But here's the thing. You got to understand, parents don't really raise children. They just put fear into kids. That's kids fear parents, and that's all misconstrued into respect, which it's not. It's not respect, it's just fear. And some is a little actual respect when they say, I know my parents, I know what they're going through, I know what they're dealing with, so if they give me some advice, I'm going to take it. So, okay, fine. They do that. And what happens is they do everything to the best of their ability, and they're going to make some mistakes. It's going to be some hiccups. Sometimes they do some bad things unintentional because they can't see past their own nose. This is a good idea. I think this is going to work out. Wow, it's doing really great for me, but they have no idea how messed up it is for somebody else. That's usually what happens. So he goes to school, most likely, what? The school raises him. You got to survive school. Once you hit about 5th grade, you've learned this is a jungle and you got to survive it. I can't think of anyone I've ever known that hadn't realized that at around 5th grade. You start seeing the tribes. You start hearing if you want to be a part of us, if you're with those people. You start hearing that stuff. So it starts at school. Home can teach you a little bit, but then you go to school and throw all that stuff out the window. It's all about what they say. It's about how they feel. And trust and believe you and anyone else at school, you will trust the people that know nothing opposed to the parents that know a little something. You won't look it up. You won't research it. You just go on their words and then that's it. That's what happens. That's where it starts. Parents don't raise kids. Kids raise kids. Case in point, comment section on anywhere. Just go to it. Read it. No decent grammar at all. Words can't be spelled. Things are changing because you have to accept that people just can't spell anymore. You go to school, you spend all your time in school and just say, I can't wait to throw that education out. What do you think her boy did? And then if he's going to have an adrenaline rush, if he's an adrenaline junkie or he's just a thrill seeker, he's not going to go to the amusement park. He's going to find some people that's going to help him, get his rocks off like that. So that's what he did. And then if he's going to, this is where Boebert, mom and dad come into play. If the son is walking around the house and hearing certain things, it's not that those things he hears is going to drive him towards doing anything. It's going to be, if anything, a confirmation bias. If he can hear them planning stuff, man, we can say this, but if they say anything bad, we could just say they're attacking us. It's like, but aren't we the ones attacking them? Yeah, but So it's stuff like that you can get away with it. But you got to make them look silly. You got to make them look dumb. You got to attack them the right way. You got to, undermine this or undermine that. If he hears that rhetoric, it's not teaching him. It's just confirming. That's really all that is. And then some of you might say, well, the kid's probably just acting out or whatnot, and that's all it ever was. Maybe, yeah. He could have been acting out. Maybe mom and dad just weren't around like he wanted them. Just because you got 2 parents in the home don't mean you've got 2 parents in a home. You can be lonely in a crowded room. So maybe there are things he wanted. He's not going to say anything. He feels ignored. He feels neglected. He goes out and finds fun somewhere else. Others pay more attention, or the idea of something pays more attention, so he does what he do. But you cannot put that on Boebert. You can't. Now, you can easily say, look, apple don't fall far from the tree. That is literally that's genetics talk. And it's real possible. It's real possible. Boebert, she does a few things. Yeah. But the dad holding someone at gunpoint, driving around the neighborhood at night with loud vehicles, knocking over stuff, destroying private property, tearing up someone's yard with his vehicles, cursing people out, swearing, playing music real loud, not caring about other people around him. It just might be a genetic thing. It just might. So, it might not have anything at all to do with Boebert, Lauren Boebert. It might have nothing to do with her and everything to do with the dad. Or Maybe he takes more like his dad, but they won't telling him anything, so he's just doing what he do. But you can't call her a bad mother because of her son's choices. That is wrong. That is wrong. I teach my daughter, you must be accountable for yourself only. Be accountable for your words and your actions. Be accountable for what you don't say and don't do. That's what I teach her. She don't listen. She don't go by it. She does all kinds of silly stuff or stupid stuff. And it's like I haven't said anything at all. But hopefully it's in there. And as she gets older and she starts to see things that they develop, she's like, oh, my goodness, I get it now. That's what I'm hoping. And maybe that's what's going on with him. He could be blossoming into the hellion, or he could one day wake up and say, what have I done? That don't make any sense. I wish I could go back and smack that kid around. Tell him to stop. We don't know. Just saying, you can't call her a bad mother because of what her son does. Because I will trust this blindly. Lauren isn't going to tell her son to go out there and be some kind of crazy criminal. She's not going to go out there and be like, you know, just ruin anything and do whatever you want. This is a free country. LOL to them. I don't think so. You know, so I know this is long, but I've been kind of storing this up for a while. You know, that's all I've been doing. And yeah, this is a test. I just wish people would just kind of lay off Boebert when it comes to her kid. You know, just sort of lay off that. Give it some time to breathe. Just relax. Because when you get put in that position, you want to be judged fairly. You know, your kid mess up. Your kid do something and go to jail, go to prison, or something like that. You want people judging you as a complete parent and person based on what your kid did, despite how hard you probably ever tried to get your kid to not do it. Just, it's not fair. Have some empathy. Have some sympathy. Boebert does a lot of bad things as it is. She does a lot of bad things, but you can't just say she's a bad mother. I think I've beaten that horse long enough. So this is spring, first video of spring. Hopefully I'll do more. If you actually see my face up here, I will be wearing a mask. That's just, I just have to do that. That is one of those irrational obligations right now. So with that, it's been SIDRIK for CR. Thank you for listening.